Today's Sunday, and Sunday is a great day to self-reflect. For many people, we have the day off, so it's perfect to just relax and spend your time just unwinding and just reflecting on what has been and what will be in the future for you. For others, maybe Sunday's not the best, and there's a different day that would work great with this. And to self-reflect, many people do different techniques, right? Some people like to journal about what's going on. Some people like to do guided meditation. Some people like to do breath work. It really just all depends on you. I mean, some people even just like to drink a cup of coffee and kind of reflect that way on their week. I think I'm more of that person than actually sitting down and journaling or breath work with it. But everybody has a method. And so I have some questions for you to ask yourself while you're kind of reflecting on your week to see what's been going on. So the first question is, what went well for you? So during the week, what worked? Was it good? Was it really great? Is it something that just happened? Is it something that you've been working towards for a while? Was it just a normal week and it just went well? It's time to reflect on that. And it's the small wins, right, that we really have to celebrate, because it's the small wins that make the big wins. So another question when you self-reflect is, what didn't go well? Well, it's good to look at the positives. It's also really good to look at the negatives in life. And of course, we don't want to dwell on those for too long, but we really do want to understand what didn't go well during the week. So hopefully we're not replicating this. And hopefully we can make some either minute, small changes, or we need to make a bigger change. And of course, if we have weeks on weeks that things aren't going well, then that's telling us that we really need to start reflecting and maybe start making some bigger changes than we have been making in the moment. Another question to ask is, what did you learn? You know, we're always learning something, whether that's on a daily basis or maybe every few days or once a week. You know, life is always teaching us a lesson and reminding us that we are really the students and life is the teacher. And so what did you learn this week? Is it going to help you to meet your goals or to have a better week next week? Or did we learn that something didn't really go well and we need to change that? It's a great time to reflect on that question as well. And another question that I've got for you guys is, what goals did you work on? Were you able to work on any goals this week? I know I've said in the past that some weeks are kind of like just not a week to work on some goals. I was sick for a week and a half. There's not a lot of goals that were met. I still tried to do what I could to meet them, but it's really hard when we're sick, or, you know, when we've had an injury or something. Or maybe it's just our week hasn't went well, so we weren't able to work on anything. And that's okay too. It just depends on what your week went like. And so did we meet any goals? And the last one that I would say is a really good one as well and will help you in the future is, what intentions will you set for this coming week? So when we've reviewed our week that we just had, and we look at our small wins and what didn't go well and what we learned and what goals did we meet, now we're going to take that information, that data, if you will, and we're going to use it for the following week. And we're going to understand, what intentions are we going to set come Sunday night into Monday morning and the other days of the week, so that each week we're waking up with a purpose that we have, that we're waking up knowing that we are going to meet our goals, even if it's obviously small goals that we meet, because long-term goals take longer to meet, and it's the small wins and the small goals that we meet that equal those long-term goals. And are we going to live each day as if it's on purpose, right? We've got a plan, maybe we've got a schedule. We're not just flowing through life. Like, flowing through life is great, but if we really want to meet our goals, we're going to have some bit of purpose and some bit of an organization and perhaps even a schedule. And so those are the questions you can ask yourself during this Sunday to reflect upon your week and really understand where you were and where you want to go. And we really always want to be working on our goals and going someplace. And I always like to say, we want to be uncomfortable, because nobody grows when we're comfortable. When we're comfortable, life is great, it's wonderful, but maybe we're not meeting our goals. Maybe we're not really setting intentions. And so we really want to grow in that uncomfortable space. So I encourage you to have at least one uncomfortable goal per year to make yourself grow and become a better person in life. So now drop your comments below. I would love to hear, do you spend Sunday as self-reflection? Maybe you have a different day. How do you self-reflect? Do you already have your own questions that you use? Do you like the questions that I have brought up? And how do you do this? Do you do it in the morning with a cup of coffee and, out on the porch soaking up the sun? Or do you actually do breath work and meditation and journaling? Like, what are your how do you say it's guidelines to doing your self-reflection? But I'd love for you to drop a comment below to get the conversation started, and maybe by you commenting on what you do and sharing your ideas will of course help somebody else who is perhaps struggling with this concept of self-reflection, intentions, and goals.